Hey guys, welcome to my game development blog. I think this is episode 8 now. I'm sorry for my huge break, but I am now back at it and really pushing to get my game finished. So this week I have been looking a little bit at hitboxes, particle effects, and weapons and animations. So originally my game had some pretty basic hitboxes for the security guards. As you can see, it's essentially just a box and a circle and that's it. So I couldn't really do anything like complex with this, and if I was to use weapons against this enemy, I can't like detect which body part I've hit or anything. So that's why we have this now. So this is quite a complex rig for the security guard. You can see that it has separate colliders for each body part, like the foot, the lower leg, upper leg, hand, and forearm and everything, and this allows me to not only distinguish between like the body parts, it allows me to create things such as the ragdoll body, which I've had before. I've shown it a little bit, I think, in previous videos, but all the body parts are separate, and it allows me to simulate a dead body, which obviously just goes completely limp when you die. Now when I'm using weapons against the guards, I'll need to distinguish when I'm hitting the hand or the head, or like the foot or whatever, because obviously if you get hit in the head, you're going to take more damage than if you got hit in the hand. So you can see if I shoot his head, he loses 100 health, so the guards will only have 100 health, and that'll be a one hit kill probably. But if I shoot his foot, it's only going to do 30 health. So this is what allows us to like create a more accurate simulation of what it would be like. Now as far as particles go, I've had a couple of effects such as rain and blood, but I wanted to experiment a little bit more, and I wanted to change the blood a little bit. So if I go and pick up the sword and I was to attack him, you can see the blood comes out of his body, and the blood just now is quite a little bit overboard. Like there's no way someone would have that much blood come out of them, but I just wanted to demonstrate exactly what it'll look like a little bit. And as you can see, I've also had time to experiment with more animations for weapons like the sword. So we have like a slash and we have a stab as well. And not only that, I've also added a particle effect to the sword when you slash and you stab and you swing with it, basically, because it's quite difficult to simulate motion in 2 dimensions or just in general in game, because if you didn't have like a particle effect, it looks a little bit like pathetic. It doesn't look like it's really doing much, but you know, it has more of like a motion of him actually swinging the sword or stabbing the sword, and I think it just looks a lot better when it has that kind of thing. I can demonstrate this again with the crossbow. I've had a slight particle effect to the crossbow where the bolts will leave a little bit of like a trail, so it just sort of adds a little bit of style to the game, I think. Makes it look a little bit cooler, but yeah. So that's about it for this week. I've also created a Discord channel server, which I will put the link to in the description, which you can join, and you can follow live updates of me actually developing the game. I'll be uploading GIFs like these ones where I'm showing exactly what I'm doing and like what I've done that day or whatever. And you can also chat to me or ask me questions or like offer opinions or whatever, and it'll just be a fun time. So join my Discord channel. Other than that, I will see you guys next week.